Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. So today I have a haul for you. Woo! My favorite type of videos to film because it means I have more books on my physical TBR to read, and I got a lot of these books for videos coming up, so you will see a lot of them. I have about 2/3 thriller, 1/3 contemporary / romance, so let's get into it. Also, I got some crazy deals, like crazy, like some Goodwill 99-cent finds. I'm talking that kind of deal, so woohoo! So I'll start with the stuff I got from Target. So they always have their books are all 20% off all the time, but they were also running a deal where it was like 50% off of their Target book club picks. Didn't know the Target book club existed, but apparently it does. And all their picks were 50% off. Plus I had a birthday coupon that was like 15% off. So I got these books for dirt cheap and they are brand new. The first one I got is Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. So this is a thriller and I've heard a lot about it. It was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick, so I automatically pretty much just buy all of those because I trust her. So basically I think this is about a couple who goes on their honeymoon or goes on a trip or something and they find something in the water. I think it's a body, if I'm not mistaken, or like a piece of a body part. Sounds interesting, very intriguing. Next up, I got The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley because I loved the guest list so much. That was a 5-star read for me, and I just had to pick up another one of Lucy Foley's books. This is about like a bunch of people. It kind of reminds me of Clue, the description, if you've seen like the 1985, I think, movie Clue or played the board game. It's like they list all of these people on the back. So it's like the beautiful one, the golden one, the volatile one, the new parents, the quiet one, the city boy, and the outsider. One of these friends is a murderer and one won't make it out alive. So it's basically a murder mystery, and I love these type of classic murder mysteries where it's set up like an Agatha Christie or like I said, Clue, and you're trying to figure out who's the killer and who's gonna die. Iconic. And finally at Target, I got Ask Again Yes by Mary Beth Keane. I've heard so much about this book and I was just resisting the hype. But then I remembered I resisted the hype about Where the Crawdads Sing. And then when I finally read it, I absolutely loved it. I cried like 10 times. It's probably one of my favorite books of all time. So I picked it up because it was just gonna be super cheap. And yeah, this is a contemporary, I think it's like drama about a little neighborhood. Like, I love this cover. It reminds me of Little Fires Everywhere, how it's like the little blue and green neighborhood. And honestly, the description gave me Little Fires Everywhere vibes too. So if it's anything like that, I know I will love it. So now let's get into the Goodwill finds. I love when I can find a good book at Goodwill. A good book at Goodwill. It makes my heart so happy to get a book and give it a new home and get it for super cheap. So I'm not just giving the small money that I have on my grad school budget to, I don't know, Barnes & Noble, the man, the patriarchy. I don't know, somebody. So I found some great books at Goodwill. I was so surprised at what I was able to find. This was not at one location. This was at like a total of 4 that I went to, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. So I went to 4 locations to get 5 books. Is it worth it to you? I don't know. It's worth it to me. So let's get it. Should we start out with the biggest surprise? Sherry Lapina, An Unwanted Guest. I auto-buy Sherry Lapina. She's not my favorite thriller author. Her thrillers are kind of predictable, but if I need something to just like read by the lake, by the pool, something like that, this is what I'm gonna pick. You don't really have to pay that close attention to get enjoyment out of a cute little thriller. They're not very memorable, but I really like them. And for 99 cents, hey, I'll do it. So this also gave me guest list vibes. I think it's about people staying at like a resort or like a cabin in a snowy area, and somebody turns up dead. So one of the people snowed in there at the resort. It's a murderer, and you're trying to figure out who it is. Sounds great. Then I found 2 Karen Slaughter books at Goodwill. Blindsided I've had on my TBR for a while. It's the first book in a series. I think it's the Will Trent series, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. I think it's about a serial killer, and he like does this telltale thing. Like his signature is like stabbing a cross into his victims. So they're trying to catch him. It's like a small town, a brutal murder, a violent killer. That sounds like everything I've ever wanted, so. And then I also found Broken, which I haven't heard anything about, but hello, it's 99 cents and it's Karen Slaughter, so I got it. So it seems like reading the back that this is also in the Will Trent series. I don't know if there are things that I'm going to be missing because I don't know what number it is in the series, but I don't know. It seems interesting. Looks like there's a staged suicide. Wow, that was really hard to say with my lispy Invisalign trays, but there was a staged suicide, and they find out obviously it was a murder, it was not a suicide, and somebody confesses, but seems like it might be a false confession. I don't know, it seems crimey and detective-y, which usually isn't my thing, but maybe with Karen Slaughter, since I just trust her with my life, it'll be good. I found another thriller at Goodwill, and I've never heard of this book before, but I have heard of the author. It is The Butcher by Jennifer Hillier. So I really liked Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. I read it for the Weeby Bookin' Book Club a couple of months ago and really enjoyed it. So I was planning on picking up other books from her anyway. I'd never heard of The Butcher though, so this is really interesting. She's so tiny and cute, like, I love her, I love her. So it seems like this book follows 2 perspectives. One is a police chief's son who inherits the police chief's house, and in it finds some evidence of some family secret, which sounds really interesting. And then the other perspective is his girlfriend who thinks her mother was killed by the serial killer that his father supposedly caught. Just based off that, like, I'm guessing the police chief dad was actually the killer, and he staged somebody else to like take the blame. If this book ends up being that predictable, okay. I don't know if that's actually the end. Obviously I haven't read it, but I don't know. This seems really cute, small, predictable. Jennifer, will you do it again? Who knows? Look at Boba back there sleeping like an angel. My child back there. Okay, the last book that I got from Goodwill is The Hypnotist's Love Story by Lane Moriarty. Again, I've never heard of this book, but I love Lane Moriarty. Leanne? Yeah, I love her. So, Big Little Lies is one of my favorite books of all time, so I just decided to go ahead and give this one a try. So, this sounds really interesting after reading the back. It's about a hypnotherapist, and she is single, and she meets a single man. Seems like everything's going great, and she figures out he's being stalked. So she's like, I'm dating a man that's worth stalking for some other woman. Kind of interested as to who this woman is. So then I think she starts stalking the woman who's stalking her boyfriend. Wow, how have I never heard of this? So all of the rest of these books I got from Half Price Books, my favorite place possibly on planet Earth. So here we go, let's get into it. I'll go through all the contemporary romance first and then through all the thrillers, because I feel like I've gone through a lot of thrillers and we need a break from that. So The first romance that I picked up is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and this will be my first Colleen Hoover book. I've heard people rave about this. Like Gwen from BookTube, who I will link down below, raves about this, says it saved her life, so excited for that. I know Gabby from Gabby Reads and Jacqueline really like this book as well. So, and I'm gonna link everybody that I'm talking about down below. So that is why I got this book. I specifically went in search of it because of them. Heard so much about it. I honestly have no idea what it's about, but I don't want to read the back. I kind of want to go in blind and just let it take me in a wave of emotion, you know? Next up, I got Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I literally got this copy, brand new, hardcover girl, for, wait for it, $7. Can you believe? This was just a book of the month pick, right? Like, literally less than a year ago, this was a book of the month pick. I got it for $7. Somebody just rejected their book of the month. And now it's mine, so I'm not mad about it. Also, that is a huge tip. If you're looking at half-price books and you're like overwhelmed, just go through and look and see on the shelves, look for this little logo in all different colors, and it's usually gonna be a pretty good pick because Book of the Month, you know, picked it for their subscription. So whenever I'm getting overwhelmed at half price, I just look for the little that, and that is how I found this. I'm so excited about this. I've heard so much about it. Apparently it's like a quirky little love story. Chloe Brown needs to get her life together, so she makes a list of everything that she needs to do. She wants to basically not be boring anymore. So she's making a list of like, get drunk, ride on a motorcycle, those type of things. And she meets this bad boy along the way who might help her check off some of those fun time things, and maybe they fall in love. They definitely fall in love, and I'm really excited about this. Next up, I picked up Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I definitely got this because of Mary Reads, who I will also link down below. She was raving about this book, and I absolutely love Frederick Bachman's other book, A Man Called Ove. Love that so much, and I was like, okay, well, he has other books based in Canada, and Mare likes them, so I'll get them too, because I am literally Mare's #1 fan. So definitely check out her channel. Really love her and her reviews. She has such creative ideas. She literally matched books to Pokemon. Hello, groundbreaking content. But anyway, Beartown is about a tiny little village in Canada that's like obsessed with hockey, and like that's all they care about is hockey. And the like a big hockey match of the year, like championship something kind of game, leads to like an act of violence, I think is what it says on the back, that rocks the town. So I'm like, this is gonna be absolutely fabulous. And then this is the follow-up, Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, the sequel, companion novel, something, to Beartown. So I don't want to read the back yet because I don't want it to accidentally spoil anything that I haven't read about in Beartown yet. I'm so excited to get to these. I might do a reading vlog doing both of these. Let me know if that's something you would want to see. I have 4 more books to go that I got from Half Price Books, and oof, I got some good deals on these. They are 4 thrillers, and they're 4 highly anticipated thrillers for me. So I finally gave in and got Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. There are mixed reviews. Apparently the ending is like the craziest thing of all time, and some people love it and some people hate it. So I'm hoping that I'll be on the love it side, but a lot of people that have reviewed it and their reviews and their thoughts on books like line up with mine, they like it. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna like it. This is basically about a woman who starts dating a man, hooks up with a man, something, and she ends up getting hired for a new job and realizes that that is her boss. And not only that, but his wife also works at the office. So she's dealing with that. And honestly, that's basically all it says on the back. I think it's gonna be really mysterious and vague, and it wants to surprise me, and I'm all for that. super excited for that one. I might put that in a predicting twists and thrillers video. Again, just let me know in the comments if you would want to see reading vlogs or specific videos for any of the books that I'm talking about. Next up, I got Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. This has gotten horrible reviews. Horrible. People hate this book. They say it's not worth your time, you shouldn't read it. Doesn't matter if you like her other books, you're not gonna like this one. Well, because I'm stubborn and I love Behind Closed Doors so much, and this was on clearance, I decided I'm going to find out for myself. So this is about a woman who has disappeared, and her boyfriend, when she was found to be missing, told kind of the half-truth about what happened. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out the whole truth. And apparently it is a bad truth. It is not worth the read truth, but it will be a truth that I will know. So take with that what you will. The last two books that I have in this haul are both Peter Swanson books. I read The Kind Worth Killing and I did really enjoy it, but there was so much hype and people are saying that's his best book, and I was kind of like, really? Like, I didn't think it was bad by any means. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, but I'm just like, I need to see something else from him, because that like wasn't giving me what everyone else in the world was saying that it was giving them. So here we go, Peter, giving you another chance, my dude. Before She Knew Him picked up this one. So this is a domestic thriller about an unstable woman. I'm pretty sure she's diagnosed with bipolar, which, since I am in school for my master's in mental health counseling, I can definitely speak to whether this is an accurate interpretation, an accurate representation rather, of bipolar disorder. So I will definitely tell you guys about that once I read this book. And basically this unstable woman sees what she thinks is evidence of a crime in her neighbor's house, and she's trying to figure out if her neighbor's a murderer. So sounds like it's giving me like Watching You and Woman in the Window vibes. I love both of those. They're not my favorites, but I definitely enjoyed reading them. So hopefully same can be said for that. And finally, I got Her Every Fear by Peter Swanson. So basically what this one is about is a woman is overcome with anxiety because she was kidnapped previously and she's home safely, but she's still trying to recover from the trauma and anxiety of being kidnapped. So she switches apartments with a friend, I'm sure. I think. I don't think you would switch apartments with a stranger. And then her neighbor at her old house, her original house, turns up dead. So then the police are questioning her about the dude that she switched apartments with because he was there, so he's a suspect. Could be a murderer. Wow, both of these are like, is my neighbor a murderer stories. Okay, Peter, I see you. I see what you're trying to do here. Sounds good to me. Any kind of neighborly domestic murder, right in my alley. So that is all I have to show you guys today in this haul video. I really hope you liked it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and like it. And if you are not subscribed, please do that as well. I will link everyone that I talked about down below, as well as my socials, which are always linked down there. And yeah, that's about it for me today, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.